In today's video lecture, we are going to learn polymorphism in Java. In this video and upcoming 4 to 5 videos, we will discuss only about the polymorphism. So let's start today's video lecture. Polymorphism in Java. What is polymorphism in Java? So definition of polymorphism is polymorphism in Java is a concept by which we can perform a single action in different ways. Polymorphism is derived from two Greek words poly and morph. The words poly means many and morph means forms. So polymorphism means many forms. Let's understand the concept of polymorphism in Java with a real-time example. Consider a woman can have a different characteristics at the same time, as she is a mother, a wife, an employee, a daughter, and so on. So the same person has a different behavior in different situation. So a woman in this example is a polymorphism form, because if a person or one functionality is performing a different behavior in different situation, that is called the polymorphism. Now we will talk about the types of polymorphism in Java. There are two types of polymorphism in Java. Number one, compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. We can perform polymorphism in Java by method overloading, which is also called a compile time polymorphism, and method overriding, which is called runtime polymorphism. So Java polymorphism is divided into two parts: static polymorphism, compile time polymorphism, and dynamic polymorphism, runtime polymorphism. So now we will discuss about the static polymorphism or compile type polymorphism or method overloading in Java. These all three concepts is the same. So a polymorphism that is resolved during compilation time is known as compile time polymorphism. Java method overloading is an example of compile time polymorphism. So if a polymorphism is resolved at compile time, that is called the compile time polymorphism or static polymorphism. So the example of compile time polymorphism is method overloading. What is method overloading? We look in a few seconds. So what is method overloading? Let's see, we understand with the example. Method overloading. Method overloading in Java allows us to have more than one method with the same name but using number one, different parameter, different order of parameter, different number of parameter. So if in any class, the method name is same, but the method argument or method parameter is different, the method parameter or argument order is different, or the parameter number of parameter, means if method even have a one parameter, now the again we define a method with the different parameter. So that is called the method overloading. So how you can say that the two method is overloaded? So let's see, suppose this m1 and m1, these are the two different methods, or we can say these are the overloaded method, because method name is same but the argument type is different. This method is taking int type parameters, and this method taking the float type and double type method. Okay, now different order. These are two methods also the overloaded method. Why? Because this is taking the int and float type, int and float type parameter, but it is taking the float and int type parameter. This method also be overloaded method. Why? M1 is taking the one parameter and this M1 method taking the two parameters. Okay, so within a one class, if two method name is same but their parameter is different, their parameters order is different, their parameters number of parameters are different, then that methods are called the overloaded method, or this concept is called the static polymorphism or compile time polymorphism or method overloading. Note, overloaded method can have same or different return type. Okay, so if method, this M1 method can return the same as a M1 method, or it can be different type of the return type, but the return type doesn't matter in the method overloading. Okay, now we will talk about the example of method overloading. Suppose here we create a calculator class. In this calculator class, first we create add method, addition, int addition, and this is taking two parameters and returning the sum of these two parameters or these two operand. Again we define a addition method in the calculator class, which is taking three parameters and providing the result of addition of three parameters. And now we create the main class, which is a compile time polymorphism class. In this we create a main method. We create the calculator class object, and now we call the both method of the calculator class. First we call the addition method by passing the two parameters, and then we call the three parameters addition method. If we run this program, we will get the output. Addition of 2 operand is 30 and addition of 3 operand is 60. So here the two methods with the same name, but the functionality is different. First one is adding 2 operand, second one is adding 3 operand. So this concept is called the method overloading. Let's see, do it with practically on Eclipse IDE. So now you can, let's see, we have created a calculator class with two method, addition with two parameters, again one addition method with three parameters, and we creating the calculator class object and calling this two addition method. If we run it, we will get the output. Addition of 2 operands is 30 and the addition of 3 operand is 60. So this is the example of method overloading. And we have also discussed one point, the return type of a method does not matter in the overloading. So let's see that points as well. Suppose in this, if I define the return type of this method as long, okay, and this method return type is int. If we run it, it will give the perfect result as it is giving the before. So there is no return type problem with the overloading methods, or we can say return type doesn't matter in the overloading of the methods.